SPIRE Credit Union built a food truck and is holding a cook-off. The winning chef gets the use of the food truck for an entire year.
Hi, Jim Ganger, SPIRE Credit Union, and this week we continue on with our series Food Truck 101. Food Truck 101 is a continuation of the SPIRE Food Truck Competition series on Discover Delicious. The first thing that any business needs to know is the financial side of things. We hear from Ryan Tonoli from Performance Foods on food buying best practices.
I increased my sales to $373,000, and after I paid for my food, I netted almost 50 grand. So I put that up there, the example of that, going back to where you spend your time, because it's our tendency to go on the costs are too high side of the equation, and we don't spend enough time on our guest experience and growing our sales. That's where your profit is.
The most important part of the food truck business once you've started in business is staying in business. Getting started with the right equipment and keeping it all operational is where Mark Palm from Chameleon Concessions comes in. Along with his team of vendors, they gave a lot of great tips and information on best equipment choices as well as how to stay up and running, which is key.
So first off, the gentleman here from Horizon Equipment, when we put in kitchen equipment inside of these trucks based on your menu, based on your size and requirements, we have to keep that equipment running. So there are authorized service agencies that will come out and repair, fix, calibrate, tune up, and make sure that your trucks are running properly. And the two gentlemen here will give you a bit of a description of what they do to help your truck continue to run down the road successful.
A big part of being in the food truck business is having all the proper inspections and licensing in place. Nicole Olson from the Minnesota Department of Health was here to make sure you understand all that is involved.
I'll be talking to you about food truck licensing and some equipment requirements too. Commercial is the same thing, NSF. So it doesn't have to be NSF, there's equivalents to it. So I think it's CSA, it's Canadian Standard, ETL sanitation, UL sanitation. So it doesn't just have to be NSF.
Amy Lingo from the city of Minneapolis had a lot to say about where you can and cannot operate your food truck.
We do insist on a commissary kitchen. If you are going to operate as a mobile food vehicle vendor, as we fancily call it in the city of Minneapolis, you have to have a commercial kitchen relationship in the city of Minneapolis. You have to have a commissary.
Lastly, and the most encouraging to speak at Food Truck 101, John Abdu, founder of My Burger.
My job here, I think, is to just talk about what it is to operate a food truck from an operator's perspective, what you can expect day to day, and then the process of having a dream of opening a food truck to actually opening it to making money so you can keep it open every day. Mark was a great resource for us at My Burger just because he's done it and had done it so many times before we even came to him.
Join us next week as we meet with Marcus McGee, the winner of this year's SPIRE Food Truck Competition, and hand him the keys.